Okay, so I am testing my hardware Korg Wavestate, which is way over there, but I'm playing it from the keyboard here, which is kind of dumb because I don't get access to the joystick, which I presume does a lot of different things to the different sounds. So, oh well, this is just for fun basically. And kind of familiarizing myself with the sounds. So it's like a little expansion of 40 new sounds, a sound set, and it's called Mother Earth. So the first category here is all arpeggios. Okay, excuse me, I don't have the, like I said, the joystick on this keyboard, but I do have like a volume thing. That did nothing exciting, but let's just keep trying these. So what's the next here? ARP crystals. Okay, this is nice. Next is another arpeggio called Existence. So I think I'm going to do like 3 or 4 of each category. Hello, Ricky. I am just playing with some new sounds I bought for my hardware synthesizer, which is over on the shelf over there. It's kind of dumb, this setup I did, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because the synthesizer has a little joystick on top that you use to morph the sound in all kinds of ways, and that's kind of the entire point of that synthesizer. As you can transition between various states of the sound. But I'm just going to play around anyway. So all I can do is use the mod wheel. Which still does a lot of interesting stuff to the sound, but I think I'm really missing out. Oh well, let's just... the whole point here was just to familiarize myself with some of these new sounds. So it has another arpeggio, and then we go into the atmosphere category. That bass. I have no idea what it sounds like on stream, but... So again, it's a filtering effect attached to the mod wheel. This is nice. So hello cable. What I would do if I was over at the real synth, I would kind of modulate the decay time of the sound, so it would like become longer and shorter. That would be kind of cool with this type of a sound. Super nice. This is Girl Genius material. These kind of strange belly sounds. It would probably fit straight into one of the songs I'm working on right now. Oh, die for Indy and Ricky. Hello. So I have no idea how interesting this type of stream is. It's just me poking around with some new sounds I bought for my little synthesizer. What's super exciting for me is that we're moving into a new studio soon. Up by where Rain Games have their office. It's about 3 times as big as this. Thankfully not 3 times as expensive, but then I get to rethink my layout and stuff. So when I work and I'm an audio key station. Those are lovely. I did have one. Audio Code 61, I think it was. But it was nice, but it was just a tad too cheap because some of the keys were kind of rubbing against each other and other things. So I got this. Now I'm at a complete S1 purple keyboard thing. And I already lost my train of thought. But this is okay. Supposedly the keys are good, but not my favorite. They're kind of sluggy. And I'm not really using the complete things with the integration with that stuff. But in my new studio, that's what I was about to say, is I want to kind of have at least one of them within reach. Because you guys in the stream can't see what I'm seeing in front of me at all. I have a mixer here. I have some 500 series rack equipment here. I have a laptop there, and I have an audio machine here, and some more mastering type of hardware over there. And the fun thing is everything that's on the right side feels like it's super close, and everything that's on the left side is like, oh, I have to reach. Okay, let's continue playing with sounds. This is the atmosphere category. But like these sounds, the reason for having these synths is to, kind of change them in real time and stuff and make a performance out of it. Ooh, that was nice. Interesting. Over here I have Korg Modwave, Korg Op6, a little French Arturia mono analog synth, and then I have the ASM Hydro synth. The idea was, of course, to get some cool analog synths, and I ended up purchasing almost all digital things, but I heard these. And I don't know, I just love the sounds that I could get for the Wavestate and the Op6, and they're really cool. So, but the danger of these types of sound, of course, is that they're so busy, they take up the whole space in the mix. That's kind of cool. So what do you use your key station for? What do you have software? Is it connected up to? Dark Cavern. Yeah. This is cool. I like the kind of... Oh, I want to add a bit of distortion to the bass. Let me do that quick. I'm not sure if you could hear that. But this bass is really fuzzy. And of course, if anyone, you can also get, of course, because they're just pure digital synths, you can get them as a plugin for your DAW. But it's fun to have the hardware with the knobs and play it. And also, mine go through a pair of Camden preamps on the way in, where I can add a little bit of distortion and crunch and mojo, and suddenly it sounds not so digital anymore. It sounds like something from the real world. If that made any sense. Get the Viking choir going in there. Okay. Volcano. Ooh. Okay, what's next? The drum. Okay. Earthy toms. Oh, that was very similar. Oh, those are big toms. And these are earthy toms. Ethno toms. Is that what it says? I can't even read. Which sound? I'm already stream laggy, you know. Jungle Tribe. Okay, this is cool. I would have to retune the drums to fit the flute. Okay. Lively toms. With lots of echo. Okay. I like the sound of these. I'm not sure if I like how it's programmed. So I might go in and change the release time on those, and it will be more useful. Is this in the right key? That works. I have no idea what I could use that for though. More tabla stuff. Okay, inst, that must mean instrument. Ancient gate. Ancient gate. Imagine yourself in front of an ancient gate. Okay, Eastern strings. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So very expressive, something to mix in with other sounds and have this kind of adding life in the background. That's cool. Egyptian treasure. Mild harp. Ooh. That was lovely. Okay, how is the sound? Is it like the synth super loud, or my voice okay, or because I can't hear it? Pad. Abundance and grace. Very spacey. Let's go to the moon. That was nice. Okay, pad canyon. Okay, sorry, I'm just... Imagine yourself in a canyon. Breathing the canyon air. Cat's meditation. Ooh. Voice of our movie trailers. If you ever hear a trailer with a Norwegian accent, maybe. Unfortunately, the market for the movie trailers with a heavy Norwegian accent isn't very big. Earth grid. Oh, this is lovely. In a world, one man, one woman. Isn't that the super cliche? Himalaya. I think there was a synth in the D50, Roland D50, a very legendary old synthesizer. There was a sound called Himalaya. Okay, so this is I'm working on a game called The Bog by a company called Nightmare. I can type this in my chat. Nightmare. And game is The Bog. And so a lot of these atmospheric sounds could go into that game. But like more super subtle, like if you ever played the game Inside. Yeah, so this could be like Inside, but you know, there's more life to it than the typical pad sound they used, which is perfect because more organic, more alive. It's not a dead world you're in. It's lots of dangers around you and lots of good things around you as well. So what was this called? Iceberg. Ah, perfect. And okay, here's a sound called A Lovely Rain. Ooh. It's kind of like Blade Runner-ish with the rain. Okay, let's just go through the rest of the pads quickly. Oh, there's not that many sounds left. Refreshing string. Oh, is this Ori? Actually, I've never played Ori, not yet. But I watched streams of Ori and you know, all the other famous indie games because they reference so much, you know, in music production. So I know I have to know what they are all about, but I never played it. But it looks beautiful. It sounds fantastic. Of course, they had 20 times the budget and personnel than what Rain had for Tesla 2, but who cares? Ori, and then there's the other one, Hollow Knight, of course, that people really reference a lot. But like there's some like Subnautica and Moonless, what is it called? Moonless Dive or something, and then Inside. So there's so many good soundtracks. This is nice. I can make something of this. Okay. Pad. Thunder Plains. What's that gonna sound like? Oh, this is very ASMR. To scratch the microphone and stuff. Imagine yourself in a field, standing alone in the rain. Yeah. And so okay, pure speculation and ranting and rambling, but there was this awesome revolution or whatever to call it, like in the music industry, when, you know, the tools became so much more accessible to everyone. And now there's also the same thing in indie games. There's so great tools that you can do so much with a little team. So yeah, and of course indie games are awesome because they always have to think, you know, of something to make them unique and stand out. Whereas I often feel that AAA games, their mission is to, you know, be so familiar and safe to their audience. You can start a AAA game and you know exactly how to play it already before you even start. So, but me being almost 50 years old, I kind of grew up with you having to explore and try everything to figure out how the game works, and that became part of the game. Yeah. Okay, next sound. There's a couple left here. Tropical Island. Ooh. Oh, these are lovely. These types of glissandos to mix in with other things. Can you recommend me an easy software for the keyboard? I try Ableton, but it's too difficult. Okay, my general recommendation with music software is you just have to try them and then find the one that kind of clicks with your logic and that makes sense to you, and then go from there, because they all do the same in this day and age. They're all good. They're all fantastic tools, and you can be so creative in all of them. But if Ableton didn't make sense for you, I use Cubase, which is more of a traditional linear way of thinking, mostly when you write the music. So maybe one of those. So that would be like Cubase or Logic if you're on Mac, or Cakewalk. Yeah, one of those. Maybe they fit your Studio One. But also, just keep trying until you find one that fits your logic. Okay, that's a big rant we're going to do sometime. Something about the way this software, and even like movie editing software, is based on, how they worked in the analog world like 50 years ago. But why is that workflow the foundation of modern music software and video software? It makes it so inaccessible to people who don't understand, that old engineering approach from last millennium. Isn't it about time someone with really good UI or whatever you call it, user interface experience, can just make something that's accessible? Because why does it have to be so complicated? For me, it's fine because I'm so used to this and I know what to look for and usually where to find it, but someone has to make this more accessible for other people. Yeah. Whatever, let's keep going. Sequence. Oh, this is cool. And I think part of the reason I feel that is because in a creative situation, like I'm with Lynn Catherine, the cat, in Bear and Cat, and I become kind of an gatekeeper, in an undeserved gatekeeper, because I am the one actually sitting with the tools because they are made for a brain like mine. So I get to do it, so I get to decide more than I kind of deserve. Because what if the best idea is hers, but then it still has to be through me? But why isn't there software that's as easy for her to understand? There's no reason for it. Whatever. Yeah. Let's keep going with sounds. So this is a... Oh, and I need to remember to say this again. The sounds on this keyboard is probably way more flexible and than what I'm presenting here. Like, I'm sure, because I don't have the joystick controller here, so the entire part of that synth is that the sound can morph all over the place and into other sounds, but I'm not really utilizing that in this presentation. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And so if you watch this on YouTube, don't really just use this to get a taste of the sounds, and remember they are probably way more expressive than what I am showing here while I'm ranting about random things. Ooh. This is nice. Okay, vocals distant. Okay, so last sound, we did all 40, I think that's 40, is called Space Monks. Monks in Space. Ooh. Yeah, he's almost starting like an Indian type of scale at the end there. And then he gives up. Like a hint of a quarter note scale there. Like that type of quarter note. I don't know if my singing made any sense. I like this though. But it could need, you know, the Viking choir on top. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, how long did this go on for? I have no idea how long I've been streaming. So thank you guys for stopping by. I have no idea how interesting this was for anyone but me. But new sound set, and this is a fun way to force myself to actually listen through all the sounds. So lots of good stuff here, lots of idea starters and lots of ambience or for, you know, the bog-like atmospheres. That would be, I think I'm going to definitely use some of these sounds for that. And actually, this is from a place called the LFO store. And I saw they had like a ton of new ones for this particular synthesizer. Yeah. Anything else? Music questions? If you see, is this the right shoulder? Yes, this is a bouzouki, Greek instrument, and you heard it all over Teslagrad 2, because it's a super cool instrument. And there you see some mess. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm out of content. Thank you for stopping by, guys, and see you around.